Hi, I'm Nancy, and I have not been on YouTube for quite a while, so I know there's some people who have commented they miss my show, so thank you very much for saying that. I really appreciate, because that keeps me going. I've been busy anyway, so now I'm going to make one very simple sweet sour type of soup with using this this is not the salmon meat. You can see what it is. It's all bones with a little bit of, I have two pieces here with some meat on it. That will be my stock base, and I'm going to use some prawns later, and this is tofu fish balls, and I have here some vegetables which I'm going to add in later as I come to it. And I'm going to use some basic ingredients. This tamarind skin, I pre-soak it in water so they have plump up, and this will give me the sourish taste. Plus, I also have in this little bottle, this is chili paste with soya bean oil. It's got lots of chili and stuff like that. It's hot and spicy. And this is pickled galangal. Galangal is a very type of, it's a ginger family. And I grew this in my garden. I have one of my cooking show where I did the white curry. I showed you the real plant and how to chop. This is convenient in a bottle, so I just buy it off the Asian shop. And also this is kaffir lime leaves. Sometimes I've used the dried ones, sometimes I use the fresh ones. And this one comes in a bottle soaked in brine. So I mix, it's winter time in Australia anyway. So if you can't get something fresh, you can use the bottle, you can use the can. And my lemongrass is growing well in the garden, but just growing, so I let it be. So I'm using some frozen lemongrass which I find in the Asian shops. Now let's get started with cooking. To speed up the process, I have boiled some water in my kettle, and I'm not going to use my measuring cups or whatever. I use a Chinese rice bowl. So you can see, this is a standard Chinese rice bowl where I just measure the water. Now 1 cup, I put in one just now, some cold, brought it to a boil, so the 2nd cup. Got 3 cups here. Oh, 4 exactly. 4 cups of water. Now, I bring this to a boil. Before that, I quickly add in all my fish. Right, I haven't switched on the exhaust yet, as you can hear. It's very quiet, but I will later on. So now let's see what I can use. All the tools here. It's nice and clean, but still I give it a wash because I don't use it every day, different things. So there will be dust coming in from the window. Right, I bring that to the boil, and in the meantime I shall quickly add in all the tamarind skin. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the tiny one. And I throw in what I've soaked too, because that's clean water. Bring it. You want this to come up fast and quicker, just give it a cover. But I'm going to add in more things. I'm going to add in my lemongrass. So lemongrass here is easy. I buy the frozen one, and I just strip in the quantity that I want. Use a sharp knife. This is one of the knives you use for your cheese and for your cheese board, right? One of these knives here, sharp and very useful. I will put in quite a bit of lemongrass. That will come to about 1 tablespoonful of lemongrass. And you have to quickly refreeze this again because they are still frozen. Anything that's from the freezer, when you use, you have to quickly put it back in the freezer. Do not let it thaw, because once you thaw and you keep it back, it's not very good anymore. Don't think that anything that's in the freezer will stay fresh forever. No, you don't. They will also rot in your freezer. So, mind you, whatever you have taken out frozen, use it straight away and put it back straight away. It's just behind my camera, you can't see. Right. While waiting for that to boil, now what else do I have to add in? Yes, kaffir lime leaves. If you have, you can use it. If you don't worry, this is optional. So I happened to buy some, and I just put in a few that's in a bottle here. Coming to an end, coming to an end. Oh, coming to an end. So I'll pour out what's left there, and I may have a bit more, and that's enough. That's good. Okay, so that's the end of the refill from my bottle. That shows that I do use them. And also galangal is called blue ginger as well. Blue ginger, galangal, you can give it a bash or you can just throw it in. There's a nice big 2 pieces there. You notice that everything I dip in my soup, I'm actually using a different pair of tongs, because that's how you can contaminate your food. If you're using the same tongs and same spoon and dig in here, dig in there, that shouldn't be the case. That's why this will keep a long time, because I've used a clean spoon each time. So that goes back in the fridge. This can wait here, and I can add this in later on or even now, which is the chili paste with soya bean oil or chili jam. Okay, so in the meantime, let this come to a boil. Now I can close this up and I'll do the rest. What shall I do? Okay, snow peas. I love snow peas. You have to wash them, drain, and remove the ends. Right? Do it very quickly. And what else? You can add lemon juice at the end, and whenever you have lemon juice or lime, well, you can see that is lime. Where's my chopping board? If I'm using lime, what I can do as well is add in the zest of the lime. Now you can just cut or use a small tiny grater. When we say we are peeling the zest of a lime or lemon, you have to take out only the real rind without showing the pith. Because if you go right up to the pith, what happens is, oh, this is coming up to a boil now, very quick. I'll come back to that in a moment. That's the spoon I used. Oh, here it is. Right, this is different. This is only for the soup. So I'm using the same spoon to just give it a quick stir. Right, I have to switch on the exhaust. Not so noisy. If you see anything coming up, foaming on the top, you better skim that out, because that will give you a very fatty soup if you don't do it. You've got to do it quick and while it's coming up. See? Have to something like that. It's very handy to have. And remove all the scum. This is salmon fish. It's good and rich in the good oils, good fish oil, or omega-3, but I want to remove all the fat. I don't want fat in my soup. I want to have a nice clear soup, if possible. Right, that's good. Not much to scoop. Well, if you have the long lemongrass, it's very good because you will not be spinning out all this fine lemongrass. Putting it back, so there's hardly any fat. Can you see? Right, I will lower the temperature and bring it to a simmer. I can smell beautiful smell coming up from it. Now I shall cut. This is my small Chinese cleaver, medium size cleaver. What I do is I put more of this. You can even cut it more this way, because this zest actually give it a very nice lemony flavor, and all the oils that come from here is actually very good for you. You know, all this oil, it has got these slimming effects. Oranges and lemon. Oranges and lemon. So for Patty, all the girls. I can't remember now. I was in year 1 when I learned this song. Okay, never mind that song. Now what I do is I'm going to add some of these shallots. Okay, in the English recipe they call it spring onion. Here is shallots, nice and big. Cut these at the slant just to add to my soup later on. These are the white stems, and here goes the greens. Throw out that little end, it's useless. And also, if I'll come to that later, I'll show you. I'll finish up with this first. This knife, I haven't sharpened it actually. I should sharpen it before I work. It's much easier if you sharpen all your knives before you work. Anyway, I have a sharpener. Great! Where are you? Okay, can't find that other sharpener. I shall use this wonderful old favorite of mine, which is a very good sharpener. This becomes super sharp after this. Just wash off the metal of the sharpener and it's ready to go. You can see the difference, right? So if you say, I use a blunt knife because I'm so afraid of hurting my fingers, it's rubbish. It's only when your tools are not sharp, that's where the danger is. You know, you don't cut well, you cut your fingers. If you have sharp tools and know how to use them, that's safer, you know. Right, so this is the end stump of my coriander, fresh coriander. I give it a bash and I throw it in the soup. This will flavor my stock further on. Gives it a very nice aromatic smell. Looking good, looking really good. And I think it's a bit too much coriander. Don't overpower your food. Now I would say just not much is enough. Don't think that you have plenty of coriander, put it all in. That's not the way. Right. And carrots. some people like carrots. I don't quite like carrots. And it's cooked. But cooked carrots is actually good for your health. So I'm just going to drop it in later and not overcook it. If I overcook it, I don't like the flavor. So now let's taste the soup and not forget to put in the last bit. I will have to taste now. I would like to taste with just a teaspoon. How do you taste your food? Good. It's good now. So what I'm going to do is add in my carrots. You see, you can throw out the fish meat now. I'm just going to fish them out gently before I serve the rest. So I'm just going to drop in all the carrots, all the white stems of the shallots. Okay. All these will cook very quickly. Prawns and tofu fish, vegetables, add this little bit of salad, lettuce at the end. Okay, all these are very quick. I prefer to use a different spoon, so I don't know. I used that spoon just now for tasting, and it has gone in the water actually. I better taste with this spoon so I remember. Okay, good. That's very good. I'll add in this one now. One tablespoon. You want it spicy, you can add a little bit more. I go for 1.5 tablespoons of this nice spicy hot chili paste made in Thailand. You can go to a Thai shop and look for it, or Asian grocery shop and look for it. Okay? You can leave the balls whole, or you can just cut them up, cut them into two, right? See, my knife is sharp, it's easy. If my knife was blunt, I'm sure it can slip and cut my fingers. So that's it. Prawns have already cleaned, I just throw it in, and now I will add in all the fish balls, tofu fish balls. I will now add in the prawns, because the prawns cook faster. I give this about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and throw in my prawns. And once I throw in my prawns, I will throw in my vegetables as well. Okay? Okay. All the prawns goes in. And my veggies can go in now. Just make sure I don't miss any of the beans here that has not been tailed. This cooks very quickly. I have my heat on high all the time. Prawns cook very quickly. It takes about 3 minutes only to cook the prawns. So it's been about 1 minute now. This also take about 3 minutes to cook. I can throw it in. So when this is cooked, the prawns are also cooked. What else do I have? This will all go in later. And lemon juice at the end. What else to chop? That's it. Throw all in later. And then I'm going to chop this up and squeeze the lime juice. And my soup is ready. Then I will flavor with some fish sauce or soy sauce as I like. You see the beans, once they are cooked, they will change color. It will change to a deeper green. Alright? So, it's a very simple dish, very simple seafood soup, sweet and sour. You can add sugar to make it sweet. You can add palm sugar, or you can add raw sugar. This is just raw sugar. I don't add my sugar in too early until I find this fish balls is almost cooked. Right, this is the time. 1, 2 tablespoons of sugar should do the trick. And what else? Yep, all these will go in now. Looking good. And smelling good too. Right. Now to taste your food as you go along, then you will know what to add in. Nice. It's a very nice and mild soup. If you want it to be hotter, you can add some nice chili paste. Chili flakes, sorry. I already add in chili paste just now. So this one here is chili flakes or crushed chili, okay? And I have to add in my fish sauce at the end. How much of fish sauce? I'll just show you. You will require about this is 2 tablespoons is equal to 1 dessert spoon. So I'll give it another 1 more. So altogether 1.5 tablespoon full of fish sauce. Right. Final taste. Final taste. Very nice. And squeeze the lime juice when you serve. Now that's ready. I'm going to switch off, and I'm just going to add this one on the dish before I serve, and also squeeze the lime juice over it. Okay, now let me show you. I will serve in this pot. I get a bigger spoon, nice big spoon. Get just the soup out, this one out first. Don't need this anymore. And get all the veggies, get all the prawns, leaving all the fish bones in the pot, or you can fish out all the bones first. Whichever you are comfortable, just do it your way. I find it's easy for me this way. And that's ready. Wow, look at that. Look at that soup. Can you see? Looking good. And I'll just put it on top before serving time and squeeze this out. How do I squeeze this now? Right, easy. In Malaysia you will do this, no? But you can also do this. This is an easier method. Nice and non-messy. Nice and sourish. Sweet, sour, hot seafood soup for you. Right. That is all, I think. Let me show you. Yeah, full of veggies. Yeah, nice seafood. Bon appetit. Thank you for watching. And please go to my food blog, nancyscookbook.com, for more pictures, more stories over there. Thank you so much. Bye for now.